Hey, what's up, guys? Here in Illustrator, I'm going to teach you how to create a new custom brush for painting with your digital artwork here. First thing I'm going to do is change my fill to black, and I want to just turn the stroke off. And then I'm going to select one of my shapes. I'm going to use the polygon tool for this example, and I'll make sure it's six-sided. I'll increase the radius to like 250 just to make it a little bigger. And there you go. So at this point, I'm gonna just squash and stretch it basically by grabbing the ends and pulling them like so, and then squash it like that. So this, you can kind of see the like thickness kind of decrease towards the ends of this little shape. And that's what I want to be my brush. So I'll select it all. And as you can see on my panels to the right, I have brushes available. If you didn't have them available, you can go up to the window, make sure your brushes panel is open, or you can click F5 to activate it and get it open. I will undock this and bring it up here so that you can clearly see where everything is. If you want to see what current brushes you have in your brush library, you can look at the bottom left of this panel and see all available brushes that you have in your system, whether you downloaded them and installed them or if they just came straight up with Illustrator already. But anyways, you can activate all this stuff up top as well on the control bar. So where it says basic, you can look down here, and as you can see, your library of brushes is available there, and you can create a new brush by clicking that plus button. Same thing down here, the plus button will create a new brush. Same icon that is for your new layer as well down at the bottom right of the layers panel. So let's go ahead and do that with the shape selected and click that plus sign. I'm going to change this brush type to an art brush. I'll hit OK. I'll call it custom brush 1. And I'll hit OK. And so I created one earlier, so it looks kind of similar. If I want to delete that, I can just select it and hit the trash can to delete that brush, and that'll do so. Let me just remove what I initially created with that shape. And you can see in our brush library, custom brush 1 is available for us to use. I can click on it, get my brush tool, and you'll see that the I'm now painting with my mouse essentially, and it looks pretty smooth. This is a 1 point thickness, I guess you would say. The weight of this stroke is 1 point up top. You can see in the control bar. So if you want to lower it, you can, and you can see it being affected there on that particular brush stroke. Now it's at 0.25, so it's a much thinner brush. If I want to increase it, of course you can, and just, you know how to do that. Just raise it up to a different point. But I'll just leave it alone. One more thing I want to show you before we wrap this up is the brush options that you have. If you double click on that particular tool, you can see, I think like by default, the fidelity is set in the middle, but I tend to change mine to smooth just because that's how I work, and I like that option. But change it to accurate just to kind of show you what that would look like. So it's not going to necessarily be as smooth. Like if I'm kind of wobbly, it's very difficult to explain, but it's still a clean brush just because. Let me zoom in here real quick so you can get a real good look. So my smoothness on the one on the left, you can clearly see a difference between the one that's more accurate on the one on the right, on that brush stroke on the right. So again, just it's your preference. Whatever you want to do is fine, but I'm changing mine to smooth and keeping it like that because for most of the type of art I create, I like that smoothness. All right, so that's basically it with the brushes. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward with creating these custom brushes. Doesn't take long at all. And stay tuned for the next tutorial. If you have any questions, hit me up. Peace.